What do we got?
First up, we got a 1923 Rickenbacker Roadster. And you know, it's kind of interesting. We see all of these cars. I mean, they certainly look similar. You might look at that and say, hey, it's a, you know, it's a Model
like
T,
a Chevy.
yeah, or Chevy or something. But there was a lot of different manufacturers, and these cars really come out, you know, this time of year.
Actually, a lot more manufacturers than we have today.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, everybody was building cars back in the day.
That's sweet.
So I mean, it's interesting that some of these people are still preserving these. I don't know where they ever find parts. They must have to just build a lot of it. But this one is a 1927 Studebaker Custom Brougham. Again, has very much the same similar lines to it, but you know, a whole different, whole different builder. Had a 120-inch wheelbase, 75 horse straight six.
And you look at these motors, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of guys couldn't work on them old motors.
No.
But there's not much to them, that's for sure.
No, that's for sure. All original interior.
Mm-hmm.
You guys into antique cars? No, I'm into the muscle cars and that
If
stuff.
they don't go fast, they don't go.
Next up, we got a 1929 Chandler Big Six sedan.
Man.
Absolutely cool.
That was a cruiser there.
Yeah.
And what's the next one?
That's the one you just talked about.
Yeah, this one is a 1928 Dodge.
These are pretty rare. You got prices on some of these?
Well,
Value?
most of these by this time were not ones that were for sale, so they must have been the cars that he was just finding out in the,
Okay.
in the
Wooden
show
wheels.
field. So,
Yeah. The old wooden wheels on them.
Yep.
and what's that car, Mark?
Green one.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mark.
Mark, we never can fool Mark. That's just the amazing thing about that.
What amazes me is the condition of these antiques.
This one is a 1927 Pontiac.
Yeah.
And again, very similar in design and so on. I mean, obviously they weren't stepping out and doing, you know,
Yeah.
two terribly different designs back then,
Yeah.
but certainly makes a big
Well,
difference.
most of these aren't driven too much anymore. Around town, and that's it. They're not
Exactly.
taken anywhere.
Yeah, they're
and
trailered
that's,
most
you know,
of the
the wear and tear on them is minimal.
Yep.
Well, according to Bill, those old motors have to be rebuilt every so
Yeah.
many miles.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Even
not a lot
some
of
the
miles
old ones
either.
had, Bill's got that one with the outside push rods.
Yeah. Yeah.
So next up is a 1923 American Touring. So that's pretty
The
cool.
wooden wheels.
Robert, help me out here. What is that?
It's a blue car.
There you go.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm telling you.
I'm not
I'm
here, Robert.
telling you.
Going.
He's been here one show and he's already an expert at this stuff.
All right.
Ah, yes. Oh,
Check
very
out the good
interesting.
ornament.
It's my ex-wife.
Oh, you could be in trouble. Even for that.
I'm always.
1922 Stutz Touring.
But they were around for a while.
Yeah,
Stuff.
yeah. Founded in 1911 and went out to 1935.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were quite a while. Stutz
Yeah.
Bearcat.
Yeah, it's good. The
They did a lot
Stutz
of
Bearcat
racing
is the one
stuff.
that
They
people
actually
always
did a lot of
remember.
racing. Yeah.
80 horsepower, 4-cylinder,
There you go.
6-passenger.
Not exactly built for speed, Alan. Alan,
No.
no need for throttle man on
No,
these
yeah.
cars.
You need a push guy behind.
Yeah.
That's a neat emblem.
Oh, I love that. I wish the manufacturer would keep going with that stuff. You got some that have emblems or hood ornaments, but not like this.
Now, I'm not sure that we're in the right sequence anymore because that last one said American on it, so I'm not sure if we've gotten out of sequence or not. Where's Trier when you need it?
Yes, where's Bill Trier?
Exactly.
I'm watching.
So I think that this really is going to still be this Stutz
Studs.
that we're doing because it talks about a fact that it's got a second windshield that's collapsible. And I think I saw that in the
Yes,
picture.
inside the vehicle.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There it is.
That's
There we go. So this is
Yeah.
actually the Stutz. But you know, the interior, I mean, you know, the way they replicate, I mean, you know that can't be the original stuff probably, but they certainly did a good job in making it look like it's...
Mm-hmm.
Right-hand drive.
Yeah.
Little map pocket over there in case you get lost.
I love those big old steering wheels, too.
Not sure they even had maps back then, did they? 1929 Plymouth Roadster. This was the second year of production, and it was one of 7 different body styles. They were all powered with a 45 horsepower 4-cylinder engine. Now here's an interesting thing. They made 108,000 of these.
Wow.
You're kidding.
No, now this
amazing.
Wow.
this was probably of the 6 or the 7 different body styles, but that's a lot of vehicles.
Back then?
Yeah, I mean, in 29,
man.
that was market crash. I mean, you know, that's
Yeah.
interesting how that happened. Absolutely interesting.
They all became chicken coops.
1926 Oakland 2-door. It was a two-year run, 1926 and 27. Original cost was $1,095.
Which back then was a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yep.
was a lot of money.
1929 Oakland. I hope we didn't get these out of sequence again. I'm not sure this is. This is also another Oakland 4-door. The highest priced Oakland of the year. Yeah, it's got to be a $1,375.
And that was their deluxe edition.
Yeah. They built them in 1928 and 29. 1914 Hudson Roadster.
Oh, Meneer would love that.
Yeah. This one had a 288 cubic inch. That's pretty big, actually.
I was
Yeah.
going to say.
6-cylinder, rated at
That's a
40
big
horsepower.
motor for back then.
Yeah, 1,750. I can't even say numbers this low.
Yeah.
$1,750 for this vehicle. Can you believe it?
Now, what is
Oh,
that, Mark?
excellent.
Well, it looks like about 8 spark plugs there.
It does,
We
but I
got
think they were talking about this
Straight
being
8?
With the lights in here, it's hard to see. That's still on that Hudson?
It's a blue car.
Had to be.
blue car.
Dad's got the hang of it now.
Yeah.
So this is a 1910 Elmore Demi Touring. Total production never more than 400 units in a year.
Now, what is that?
See, that's the one problem is I think we've gone over to another vehicle already. Is the problem, and because we're not seeing head-on shots first, we may not know what this really is.
Okay. You know what I'll do on the rest of these, Bill? I'll put a little subtitle on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put the subtitle, because it is tough to follow.
yeah. So this is still the 1910 Elmore Touring, but you know when you're seeing the engine and so on, actually this is the Elmore. So see, there's the problem that we're running into when there's no.
Yeah, we need to leave the antiques for the antique guy. Where is he?
Yeah, where's that
Yes,
guy when we need him?
3 weeks in a row we showed
although
antiques
you know
and didn't have
whether or not he would get some of these, although I should tell you a story sometime about one that he got the other day, and I went, holy mackerel, how could anybody know that?
There you
Now
go.
see, now we jump out and it's pretty
right.
easy now. This is a 1953 months sport coupe, and you know Doug's got one of these. Very
He's got the
simple.
Munz Jet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very similar to this. Short-lived.
Those are big dollar cars now.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't give you any kind of information as to what the total 4-year production of these cars was about 455. So I mean, there's certainly things that didn't. Now this one is a 1954 Hudson Jetliner convertible prototype.
Prototype.
Yeah, although
That's a
if they
one of
talk
a
about,
kind?
well, you say that, but I'm not so sure that really is the case.
Really?
But
There we go.
yeah, 1981 Buick Regal Indy Pace Car Edition.
All right.
Kind of looks out of place, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It does.
after
And I don't know
all
if they put those in
antiques.
different areas of the field or what they do.
All brought to you in part by Keels and Wheels.
That guy?
That guy. That's our Jim Dygert. He very big promoter.